Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, we are from NAN Group and we will present about popular culture and preserving traditional values in Turkey. Before that, let me introduce my group. The first is myself, Ihza Amalia, and my friends are Imelda Aulia and Nur Laeni. And now, without any further ado, let's go to the discussion.
Do you know a country called Turkey? What do you think when you hear the word Turkey? What is in my mind when I hear the word Turkey is a country that has many tourist attractions and very good views. I hope that one day I can go there. But now we will first discuss some of the things that are in Turkey. This discussion could be our profession when we want to visit Turkey. The first we will discuss about history. Turkey located at the crossroad between Europe and Asia. There is also a famous city in the Greek custard, namely Troy City. Now we are talking about the kingdom or the empire. The first empire that was formed in the land was the Hittite Empire, and this empire is known as the Great Empire. Around 1100 BC, the Hittites followed by the Assyrians and Greeks. The Greeks defined many of the cities in the area, including Byzantium, which later became Constantinople and now Istanbul. After more empires came, including Persia, including Alexander the Great, and Romanticism, in 3030, Byzantium became the new capital that transformed Rome under the Roman Emperor Constantine I. The city was renamed Constantinople. It was the capital of Byzantium for hundreds of years. In the 11th century, the Arabs and the Seljuk Sultanate conquered more of the territory. In the 13th century, Ottoman existed for 700 years. After that, the Turkish war hero Mustafa Kemal, who ruled the Republic of Turkey in 1923. He is known as Atatürk, which means the father of the Turkish nation. After World War II, when the Union Soviet began demanding military bases in Turkey to ensure the independence of Turkey and Greek, the United States declared the Truman Doctrine. Okay, the next is specification or location of Turkey. For the specification of the place or location of Turkey, you can look at the map that I have shared, and Turkey is located at the crossroad of the Balkans, Caucasus, Middle East, and Eastern Mediterranean. Then we discuss about religion. I have not found the latest survey on religion in Turkey. On the latest survey that I found was that in 2019, the data came from the Turkish Directorate of Religious Affairs and stated that 99.8% of the population in Turkey embraced Islam, and the rest was 0.2% are Christian and Jewish. Now we discuss about culture in Turkey. The first is clothing or dress in Turkey. You can look at the picture. The famous Turkish trousers usually worn by rural residents and among the urban poor. Next, regarding the culture in Turkey, there is what is called Turkey dev Guresi, or we can call it camel fighting. Only male camels have the right to feel the hardness of the stadium dust. They will also dress magnificently to show their strength. Then there is Zeybek. This Zeybek has been called as a policy unit. The meaning is brother and friend. This dance is identical to that performed by men. The first stage of the dance is walking. The music becomes stronger and more active. The main part begins, accompanied by crying. The main moves are squats and turn. Zeybek is played for drums and pipe. Now we discuss about customs in Turkey. There are many customs in Turkey, but we will discuss just a few. The first is, we must know that Turkish coffee is a national drink. For coffee lovers, you can try it because this coffee is very special. Next, we must know that if we are in Turkey, we have to take off our shoes before entering the house, especially when we enter someone's house. This is a manners that we have to adhere to. We even have to apply it in our daily life because in my opinion, it is very good manners. The next custom that we need to know is that we have to close when we visit a mosque. This means we must cover up when we go to mass, so we don't know this person is also a good custom in my opinion because maybe they avoid ria or arrogant when they want to go to the mass. Next is when we go to a Turkish wedding, we are obliged to give gold. Wow, when we can marry Turks, we will be rich because we are given gold as hearts or as brides.
And then the second is popular culture. Turkish culture. Turkey is a large country in the Eurasia region with this nickname, the transcontinental country. One of the countries that is rich in culture is located on the border of the continents of Asia and Europe, which are geographically separated by the Bosporus Strait, and it has 4 seasons, namely spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Turkish culture combines a very diverse set of elements that have been derived from various cultures, such as Ottoman, European, Middle Eastern, and Central Asian traditions. Turkish culture combines clear effort at modernizations and westernizations that are gradually accepted, with a simultaneous desire to preserve traditional, historical, and religious values. Popular culture famous in Turkey. The fourth is wrestling sport or gurash. Sports have also become Turkish culture, such as scuba diving, rafting, windsurfing, skateboarding, and fishing. All of these sports have to do with water as well as altitude. But what is most unique is the sport of wrestling, which has been preserved for 400 years. Oil wrestling is well known sport since the Ottoman Empire and is called Yakli Gurash. It is called Yakli Gurash because before the match starts, all participants are covered with zeytun oil. Yakli Gurash, according to the circulation in the community, began to exercise the leadership of Orhan Ghazi in 1361 and continues until now. And then the second, there is Turkish tea. Tea has become the culture of Turkish community is chai, which is an evolution in making and drinking black tea. Turkish tea is popular in 1919 as a symbol of friendship. With a typical Turkish tea that is drunk without using sugar or milk every time is served. The philosophy contained in the tea drinking culture is the value of friendship, which is manifest in the Turkish people's passion for enjoying tea together. In addition, the tea drinking culture in Turkey also signifies the value of tolerance, which reflects mutual respect and support. The third is Turkish coffee. Turkish coffee, or what is commonly called Turk coffee, is very loved by the Kurdish community. It is made in a special way that is commonly used in the Eastern Mediterranean region. Turkish coffee is different from other types of coffee in other countries. Turkish coffee has a very thick and black texture, served without using sugar. The style of Turkish coffee making origin is in Yemen, then spread to Mecca, Cairo, and Syria. It is when until the mid-16th century that this method of manufacture reached Turkey, and Turkish coffee has played an important role since the days of the Ottoman Empire and become their lifestyle. And then the fourth, there is a traditional Turkish dance. Getting to know Turkish culture is not complete without this traditional dance. There is several types of dance according to the religion, which are usually danced during wedding celebrations, the month of Ramadan, and traveling to the mountains in the summer. Like the Horon dance, it is a Black Sea dance that is danced by men dressed in black dress with gold trimming. There is another classic Oyunu dance, which is a sport dance that danced by men and women holding wooden spoons. Kili Kalkan is a sword and shield dance that represents the beginning of the Ottoman Empire that ruled many cities.
With so many cultures and traditions in Turkey, of course, not all of them survive without preservation. So, how are cultural preservation efforts in Turkey? In response to this, the Turkish government created efforts to preserve its culture. One of the efforts to preserve culture in Turkey is the establishment of a Turkish Cultural Foundation by the Turkish government. The Turkish Cultural Foundation promotes and preserves Turkish culture and heritage worldwide, and places special emphasis on education for disadvantaged students in Turkey and abroad. Turkish Cultural Foundation, created in 2000, the foundation seeks to help build cultural bridges between Turkey and other countries in order to support a better understanding and appreciation of Turkish cultural heritage. To do this, the foundation coordinates a series of people-to-people cultural exchanges, educational programs, and websites promoting Turkish music, art, and cuisine. This foundation has several projects such as educational project and historical and cultural project. The first is educational project. One of the educational project is the foundation series of teacher study tours to Turkey. In order to promote interaction between the Turkish and American peoples, the Turkish Cultural Foundation has developed programs that encourage personal exchanges among different levels of society. As a partner of the World Affairs Councils of America, the Turkish Cultural Foundation organized 13 study tours to Turkey for 348 educators from 2007 to 2011. The second project is Cultural and Historical Preservation Projects. The first is Image Archival of Turkish Art, a digitalized light repository of over 12,000 images of art. The archive was created from the professional image collection of Professor Dr. Nurhan Atasoy, art historian and senior resident scholar at the Turkish Cultural Foundation. Searchable in English and Turkish, the image archive of Turkish art is accessible for free from the Turkish Cultural Foundation Turkish Culture Portal. The second is Yesam Culinary Art Center. This culinary art center is located at Armagan Nuresmani. The mission of Yesam is to research, document, and revive the tangible and intangible culinary heritage and traditions created by the Turkish people over the centuries on the expansive geographies they inhabited. Another example of cultural and historical preservation projects is the staging and filming of 20 traditional Karagos plays. Having identified shadow puppet theater Karagos as one of the vanishing Turkish traditional art forms, the Turkish Cultural Foundation undertook the staging and filming of 20 traditional Karagos plays, as performed by master puppeteer Metin Özlen. The project culminated in the release of Turkish traditional shadow theater, Karagos, a 5 DVD collection to preserve this traditional Turkish art form for generations to come. Okay, that's all from us. Let's continue the discussion in the comment section or through WhatsApp group. Thank you for your nice attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.